Well, I'm back again. This time I got content that is non-wrestling related. This is about the Smokers Holiday of April 20th, also known as 420. Back in the day, I'm going to say back in the day is when I was a teenager, I was always told at 420, I didn't start smoking until I was 18, you know. I was always told that 420 was it just had to do with smoking and marijuana and weed and all this other dumb shit that has to go with it, you know. Um, and I never really knew why that was. Later on, I found out that I think it's in California, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. This is just what I remember I was told. Was that 420 stood for the marijuana code. Like if you pulled over or whatever and you're caught with marijuana, any amount, it's a code 420. That's what I remember somebody telling me that. I'm going to look into it. Just not right now. I'll do when I feel like it. But I was going through onthisday.com is what I'm looking at. Like a dumbass, I was writing notes down. I got two phones right here in front of me. I'm just, why am I writing stuff down? I could just look at it and scroll through it like while I'm recording. Anyways, there's a couple different things that kind of caught my eye just looking through it. The number one thing that I already knew, and the reason why I don't celebrate 420, you know, number one, if you're already smoking every day, if you're already smoking every day, what the fuck do you need a smoking holiday for? It's almost as retarded as Valentine's Day. And people might be like, oh, well, it's the day that you have to show your woman that you love them. If you're not doing that every day, if you're not speaking her love language every day, then you a dumb shit. It takes you one day to be like, I'm going to call up the edible arrangements or fucking Sherry's Berries and give my wife this. Now I can understand, like taking her out to dinner or something like that, that's cool, you know. But most of the time the shit falls during a weekday. I can't remember the last time a fucking Valentine's Day was like on a weekend. It's most of the time on a weekday. So people get off work or cancel things and shit and have traffic jams just to take their lady out on this special day of the year. When you my woman, every day is a special day. That's cliche. I don't give a fuck. That's the part of being a man. When you're with a woman, you're supposed to be able to give her life. You give your life for that woman. Now, I'm not saying be a simp. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fulfill your role as a man. Protect her. Provide for her. Give her knowledge. Lead her. Lead her. My neighbors, I'm pretty sure they'll probably see this one day. I really gives no fucks. I live in the hood right now, and it's just a ways to a means, because I like being cheap. I got some neighbors. Oh my God. The man of the male of the house, I'll say that, is a lazy fat fuck. You know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's on disability or just consumed with the ignorance that's around him and has accepted mediocrity. But the thing is, I can't even talk to the man no more because his woman does all the work. You know, she goes to work and they just bought a car. Obviously, it was because, you know, they got their tax return from them having a kid. You know, they got a kid down there. Some people shouldn't be able to reproduce. That's just my opinion. But fucking, they got a kid down there, and they got their tax return. They went and bought a car. That's cool. They can get around, but I guarantee you, it's not their car. It's her car. And to the to the untrained eye, you know, you would just think they're just a couple together. Obviously, she's fucking around on him. Like, she has a vehicle she can get around. He doesn't drive at all. If he's on disability, like I said, or he's hurt, then I'll pray for him. But I highly doubt any of that. I just think he's a fat, lazy fuck. Another reason I say that, because I'm off track, but let me finish this off track topic. You know, like, I like to play my PlayStation or Xbox whenever I can, whenever I have spare time. Sometimes I like to play against human people instead of fucking, you know, the computer all day. I'll do it online. Sometimes I like to have a person next to me playing, you know, camaraderie and shit like that. But anyways, he's been up here a couple times, and we played the game together. And I swear this motherfucker, let's say he's been up here 10 times. About 8 of them times, this motherfucker was asking me for something. Maybe yet he was begging me for something. Hey, you got $20 I can get until tomorrow? Or you got 50 cents for some I need to get a cigarette. Or hey, can you give me a ride over here? And this is before they got a car. Now they got a car. He still asks me for a ride. He hasn't done it in a week because I told his fat ass that when I barbecued for WrestleMania that day, he came upstairs. Like, they were downstairs chilling. I offered them some food. Like, hey, I'm making a lot of meat. I don't think everybody's going to show up, man. Like, if you want something to eat, come upstairs, come kick it for a second. This motherfucker comes upstairs, and we're kicking it. I'm watching the event. I'm in my zone, you know, eating, and I'm cool. I offered him, hey, I got steaks in there. I got chicken breasts. I got whatever you want, bro. Any side, whatever. Just get whatever you want. This motherfucker goes in there, doesn't know how to serve himself, made a mess in the fucking kitchen, didn't say anything. I found that out later. Like, what the fuck? Comes in there, he has 2 chicken breasts, and then a bone-in chicken breast. Like, he was scared to get the steak. Well, I've never had that before. I don't know what to do with this. Like, you dumb fuck. Okay, I mean, maybe you want steaks. You like chicken. That's cool. So we're watching the event. And if I'm not mistaken, it was after it was nearing the main event. So he's sitting there, you know, watching. Obviously, like, I'm very observant. Obviously, his mind was somewhere else. He was trying to figure out how to ask me for some fucking money. Like, what the fuck? So this motherfucker, you know, didn't eat anything. He wasn't even eating. He just ate like a piece. Left the rest of the shit on the plate. Hey, man, you got $20 I can borrow? No, bro, I don't have any cash. I don't have any cash. And you should stop asking, because I'm not going to give you any more cash. Because obviously it's not for food for you or your kid, because you got a plate of food right there, and I got a bunch of food in the kitchen. Like, you don't need food. I'm not going to feed your fucking habit of cigarettes and weed. So he said, oh, okay, that's cool. It's all right, man. 5 minutes later, he's like, all right, go back downstairs. Man, my girl called and asked me where I'm at. The fuck out of here. Number one, let me tell y'all something. I got all the respect for women in the world, but there ain't no fucking way. No fucking way. I'm finna be with a woman that's gonna be calling me and asking me, where am I? Especially if I've told her where I'm going. Don't call me and ask me how long I'm gonna be. I'll be back. Like, I'm not going down to get some bread and disappearing. This ain't the 90s. And man, y'all need to step up. Stop being pussies. Like, I'm not saying be an asshole or slap your bitch around. I'm not saying that at all. But take control and lead that woman. The fuck? But yeah, that was just totally off topic. It just, if I offer you food in my house, either say no thank you, I'm okay, I'm not even hungry right now, or you know what, let me wrap it up and bring something with me later. Don't fucking take the food I give you and just leave it there. Like, you don't want the shit. If it's nasty, say so. Let me know. Fuck, I'm a crowd. Get the fuck out of here. I need you to be honest with me. Just let me know you ain't full of shit. But yeah, that had me pretty burnt up. That's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. If I offer you something in my house, take it or leave it. And that motherfucker left it after asking for $20. For what? It wasn't for gas. The fuck, it wasn't for diapers. It was to get some cigarettes and weed. I already know. Anyways, back to this 420 shit. Fucking, let's see, 1809, Napoleon did some shit. You know, I was looking at that. I don't really care. Napoleon was a little short white dude from France. Fucking, he was a general. Always had his hand in his coat. Rumor has it his fucking hand had gangrene because he kept it in his coat all day and in his nuts like fucking, you know, like Al Bundy and shit. So the shit was all fucked up. That's why he kept it hidden. You know, that was his trademark. When really he was just showing a hidden hand. And if you know what that is, and you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, what else happened? 420. Let's see what else is important. In 1894, 136,000 mine workers striked in Ohio for a pay increase. Okay, you know, what else we got? They talk about different Boston marathons. I didn't know the Boston Marathon was held on April 20th. It seemed like it was every year from 1908. Well, not every year. It seemed like it was in 1908, 19 whatever the fuck. You know, the Boston Marathon bombing. That was back in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it was near the beginning of April. I don't think it was exactly April 20th. It's going to come up in here, and I'm going to be able to read the details to you. But it's something else. Like, whether it was on April 20th or not, like, people aren't really... Things will happen and people forget about them just like that. More people remember 9/11 just because, I mean, that was televised live, and it was fucking crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. Just like this bombing and shit. This fucking, and the guys they caught, there's a bunch of conspiracies around that shit. I'm not even here to talk about that, at least not in this video. But the Boston Marathon was pretty crazy. Like I said, I got more opinions on that, different things that came out afterwards, and different things were challenged about it. I'm not going to even get into that here. But if you looked into it, you know what I'm talking about. People's legs not getting blown off when they're right by the explosion, and people's legs getting blown off that was nowhere near the explosion, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Anyways, like I said, April 20th, back in, I know the Wrigley Field opened April 20th, way back in the early 1900s. Let's see. President Wilson, in 1914, having dispatched more naval ships to Mexico, asked a joint session of Congress to approve armed force if necessary. All right, that's very interesting. There we go. 1916, Weeghman Park, aka Wrigley Field in Chicago, opens, and the Cubs beat the Cincinnati Reds 7-6. I think there's 2 more stadium openings on here, and I find it kind of funny that the Indian score had things to do with 13 and 11. If you know numerology, I'm not going to get into it. Look into it your damn self. Like I said, it's 1916. Chicago Cubs played their first game at Weeghman Park, now known as Wrigley Field, and they beat the Cincinnati Reds. 1918, Manfred von Richthofen, a.k.a. the Red Baron, shoots down his 79th and 80th victims, marking his final victory before his death the following day. I don't know if you hear that in the background, but there's a fight going on. Right now it's like 6:30 in the early evening on Easter, and these Negroes are outside fighting for God knows what. I'm not out there, so I don't give a shit. Anyways, what else we got? Oh man, in 1920, tornado kills 219 in Alabama and Mississippi. It's crazy. You hear that? I don't know if y'all can hear that. I live around just a bunch of just dumb, ignorant motherfuckers that don't care they have neighbors, but at the same time want to complain about everything under the fucking sun but themselves. Most of the problems you have in this world are your problem. When the police come around here, I call them the zookeepers, because they come around to keep the animals in line. Some people are animals. Some people are savages. Some people are ignorant to their own environment and are continuing to destroy themselves because it's all they know. If my moms had never moved us out of Chicago and out to the suburbs to experience different things and move to other places to experience different things and peoples and cultures, then I'd be just as ignorant and slow too. That's the only thing I have sympathy for some people. That's all they know. That's all they fucking know. Anyways, moving on. Let's see. Don't care about that. Yeah, a lot of Boston marathons. I'm hungry too, Suge. Let's see. It says in 1941, the Dodgers start to wear liners in their caps. That's very interesting. 1944, NFL legalizes coaching from the bench. All right. Oh, 1946, first baseball broadcast in Chicago. Cards versus Cubs. 1948, NYC hikes subway fare from 5 cents to 10 cents. What else? I think I'm going to skip down a bunch. Let's get down here. Oh, look at that. 1962, NASA civilian pilot Neil Armstrong takes X-15 to 63,250 meters. That's great. 1962, New Orleans Citizens Company gives free one-way ride to blacks to move north. We all know about the 60s. And what happened there with our people and the stuff they went through and the things they did. And those suckers out there that want to guilt you into vote and all that other shit about, you know, oh, your ancestors, they died for you to vote. Our ancestors died for us to have the choice to vote. The choice to vote. Meaning I can do it or not. I didn't vote this last election section because it was a bunch of fucking clowns up there. You got Hillary and Trump and then the other people that they don't even put out there that you got to look up and figure it out. Like there's more than one party, people. I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils. You still voting for somebody evil, you dumb ass. Like what the fuck? People ask me, what do you think of Trump? He must be doing this and getting this done. Or you got the other side. I can't stand that motherfucker. I can't stand him. I don't have an opinion because I didn't vote. I don't care. The country's still going the same way it was going when Obama was in the White House and when Bush was in the White House and when Clinton was in the White House and when Reagan was in the White House. It's the same shit. Same shit. Same shit. Just more reasons for us to continue beefing with each other instead of looking at what the actual problems are on this planet. Red and blue ain't the problems. It's the people that's following the red or the blue and want to bump heads because they either didn't agree with what the other said. And that's all it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video on this note and I'm going to bring up a part 2, continue on from 1962, and we're going to keep on going until we get up to 1999, because that's the point of this video. Celebrating 420 when you don't even know the history of it. Some of the stuff even I didn't know. But this shows you a lot of people are followers instead of fucking believing in themselves and researching and understanding things. I'm not saying everybody can be a leader. That's just not going to happen. But you can at least educate yourself on certain things when it comes to, you know, certain dates or history and things like that, like I'm doing right now. But anyways, this is the end of part 1. I'll be back with part 2. Cab Kush out for now.